12 spiritual icons and their enduring message. 12 spiritual leaders: Saint Mother Theresa, Padre Pio, Saint Francis of Assisi, Mahatma Gandhi, Buddha, Saint Mary Faustina, Jesus, Prophet Mohammed, Paramahansa Yogananda, Nelson Mandela, Pope John Paul II, Dalai Lama, and their enduring message. Throughout history, there have been spiritual leaders who have left an enduring message that transcends time and religion. 1. Saint Mother Theresa. Saint Mother Theresa, the Blessed, was known for her selfless service to the poor and sick. Saint Mother Theresa, working with the poor, taught us the value in every life. She taught us that love and compassion are the foundations of a life of service. 2. Saint Padre Pio. Padre Pio, the Blessed, was a Catholic priest who lived a life of deep devotion to God. Saint Padre Pio, through faith and prayer, truly became anointed. He showed us that faith can move mountains and that through prayer, we can connect with the divine. 3. Saint Francis of Assisi. Saint Francis of Assisi was a Catholic friar who lived a life of simplicity and poverty. Saint Francis of Assisi often preached even to the birds. He taught us that the natural world is a reflection of God's love and that we should treat all creatures with respect and kindness. 4. Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was a political and spiritual leader who fought for India's independence through non-violent resistance. Gandhi was known for leading defiant but peaceful protests. He showed us that non-violence and peaceful resistance can be more powerful than any weapon. 5. The Buddha. Buddha was a spiritual teacher who founded Buddhism. For Buddhist monks, meditating is a way to shed the ego and rise to Atman. He taught us that the path to enlightenment and liberation is through meditation and self-awareness. 6. Saint Mary Faustina. Saint Mary Faustina, the Blessed, was a Catholic nun who had visions of Jesus and promoted the Divine Mercy devotion. Saint Mary Faustina praying was a way to submit and commune with God. She taught us that God's mercy is infinite and that we should trust in Him and His love for us. 7. Jesus. Jesus was a religious leader and the founder of Christianity. Jesus was teaching and performing miracles as soon as He started walking. He taught us that love is the greatest commandment and that we should love our neighbors as ourselves. 8. Prophet Mohammed. Prophet Mohammed was the founder of Islam and a messenger of God. Muslims pray 5 times a day, while facing Mecca as the Prophet instructed. He taught us that there is only one God and that we should submit to His will with love and devotion. Peace be unto Him and all beings. 9. Paramahansa Yogananda. Paramahansa Yogananda was an Indian spiritual leader who brought yoga and meditation to the West. Paramahansa Yogananda attained inner mastery through meditation. He taught us that the ultimate goal of life is self-realization and that we can achieve it through meditation and the practice of yoga. 10. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was a political leader and activist who fought against apartheid in South Africa. Nelson Mandela was a champion of political justice and human rights. He taught us that forgiveness, reconciliation, patience and unity are the keys to overcoming oppression and injustice. 11. Pope John Paul II. Pope John Paul II was the leader of the Catholic Church and a champion of human rights and social justice. Pope John Paul often had impromptu meetings with people from all walks of life, in the hope of promoting unity, compassion and love as Jesus preached. He taught us that faith and reason can work together for the betterment of humanity and that we should strive for unity and solidarity among all people. 12. Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of Tibet and a champion of peace and human rights. The Dalai Lama is often speaking about compassion and kindness, even to those that have shown unhinged brutality. He taught us that compassion and kindness are the keys to inner peace and happiness. Their messages have endured for centuries untold. These spiritual leaders may have come from different times and places, but their messages continue to inspire us to rise above the rhetoric, chatter and chaos, towards the universal truths that bind us all together.